What's up, warrior? Welcome back to Daily Wisdom. We are continuing in a session talking about what to do after a big business event. Otherwise, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. This is part 4 of 5. So if you missed any of the previous ones, go back, subscribe to my channel, watch those because every single step is important. Today, we're going to talk specifically about the importance of clearing the decks as you're moving towards the next event. So just to recap, after a major business event, number one, you need to reflect. In fact, I got a reflection from one of our leaders today. You want to extract the golden nuggets, the inspiring points, the things that you're going to then, number two, make a decision on. Nothing changes in your life. Nothing changes in your business until you make a different decision. What's up, Rebecca? Great to see you. And number three, you then want to start to map out the plans, right? So a decision, what follows are planning things out. So personally, for example, we just ended a huge mastermind event we called the Warrior Movement Experience. It's fun. It was incredible. It's transformational. We exited that. And now we've made decisions as an organization to move towards the next event. We have an event in Vegas called Ignite, September 15th, which is going to be the biggest party in the world. It's going to be awesome. So you have any decisions on goals and plans? In fact, I gave an overview of the entire 18-week plans to the Warrior Movement this past weekend. But after that, you then want to clear the decks. There's a saying that people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And if you want to navigate to the next decision, if you want to navigate to the next goal, before you take massive action, imagine you're about to sprint on a runway somewhere. And if you're sprinting, if we did not look out at the path and we didn't clear it of rocks and gravel and any types of obstacles, then unknowingly, as you sprint, you hit certain walls. These walls you can call distractions. These walls you can call events that are not relevant to you. These walls could be walls of family obligations that are not exactly priority. So many times, good morning, so many times, the biggest thing that takes us out of achieving our goals in our business is that we just have the foresight and the upfront expectation. And as we're sprinting towards our next goal, obstacles take us out of the way. Have you ever had that happen to you before? I have. Well-meaning, well-decided plans, but we just didn't have the upfront. For example, one of the biggest things that'll take you back from having a great run in your business is that if you don't have upfront conversations with your family. Family means well. But many times, out of love, your family, if they see you in a very committed period of your life and in your business, what they'll do is out of love, they'll try to talk you out of your goal. And why? Because they see that you're hustling. They see that you might be stressed sometimes. They see that you're really working hard. And your family doesn't want you to see you in any type of pain or any type of stress. If you're a mom, you know what I mean. You don't want to see your kid going through some type of painful time. Now, when you're running towards your next goal, I wouldn't say it's like badly painful. It's like a good pain, right? It's like if you're in the gym, it's like a hurt so good type of thing. But let's use a gym analogy. If you understand how the gym works, the repetitions that give you the most gains in the gym, let's say you're doing a bench press, and let's say you're doing a set of 10, it's not in the first 8. It's in the last 2 that you're really striving and you're straining and then you're pushing yourself to the next level. Put a 2 in the comments if this makes sense. So many times, if we don't clear the decks, those last couple of reps where you get the most gains in your business, the most gains in your life, we get knocked out from doing them because we didn't talk to our family about what we were about to do. Because we overcommitted to certain events that were not needed for you. We can't say yes to everything. You need to have a season of no. So as you're preparing, as you're launching into the next run, you got to clear the decks of things that are not priority. I had a conversation with my wife this weekend as we're preparing. May 13th for the Warrior Movement. We are launching, by the way, into the biggest run of our entire business career. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. So we're clearing the decks with our schedule, commitments, and everything. We go to church yesterday, and church has a lot of great events, right? Like there's a lot of great things that we want to do. And I want to say yes to everything, right? And it sounds nice. Say yes to life. Say yes to life. But the reality is successful people say no more than they say yes. You have to know what to say no to. So me and Becky, my wife, we were talking about different events that we want to do within our church. Marriage retreats, business retreats, certain different types of commitments that we can do. And they're good things, but they're not priority in this season. And we said, all right, we'll say yes to this one thing, but we're going to say no to these other 5. Warrior, in your next run, for me, in the Warrior Movement, we have a 3 to 4 months. What are the things that we need to clear off? What conversations need to be had with the family? Are you telling your family, hey, I'm about to do something big and I'm going to have a period of commitment? Are they aware? Are they supporting you? Maybe it's another business partner. Maybe it's colleagues. Maybe it's friends. Maybe it's your church group. How about your actual commitment of time? Maybe there's some things that you're involved in that are good things. Gaming leagues, for example. Maybe you have a hobby. Maybe you have certain commitments in organizations, which are good things. But if you really want to explode your business during a certain period of time, maybe it's not priority during that time. Maybe you have to move things around. Maybe there's some things that we're overcommitted to in that season that don't matter. We can't do everything. We only have 24 hours in a day. So how else do you clear the decks? Look at your calendar. Like literally look in a day, in a week, in a month, what am I spending and investing my time into? And are those leading me towards a decided goal that I'm going to accomplish in this next series? If they're not, you might need to postpone them. You might need to reschedule them. You might need to not do them. There's a lot of things, once again, that I really want to do, that me and my wife really, really want to do. But for this season, we couldn't do them. How about for you? What needs to be cleared? So, conversations to be had, upfront expectations with you and your family, those that are around you. Your schedule, your daily schedule, your weekly schedule, your monthly schedule. Are you removing things that are not relevant? And also, are you putting in things that are relevant? I told the Warrior Movement, Saturday, we have a certain training. These are priority. If you really want to grow, this is like mandatory. We're working towards an event, September 15th and 17th in Vegas, that you need to get a ticket for example, right? Like clearing the decks, knowing what's priority, knowing what's not. And if you don't do this step, what's going to happen inevitably is you're going to start to run and you're going to trip up. And we're going to have the excuse of, oh, this wasn't the right season for me. Oh, I got too busy. Oh, my family needed me for XYZ. Oh, my church needed me for XYZ. Oh, my school needed me for XYZ. And while it's good things, if you truly want to explode your business during a season, what happened is we let the good things hold us back from the great things for a season. And remember, it's a seasonal thing. It's not a forever type of thing. But tell me any single person that's ever accomplished anything great that has not had a season of focus, of commitment, of laser focus. So super, super important. How else do you clear the decks? One other thing. Who else do you need to add into your corner? so that you can set up your accountability structures so that you can move towards your goals as well too. Who do you need to get on board as partners? Who do you need to get on board as coaches, as mentors? Who do you need to get on board as masterminds, as accountability? Who do we need to surround ourselves to? We might have to limit some associations, but we also have to expand some associations. Exactly, priorities, right? What must be done to set yourself up to achieve the next dream? And it's only decisions that you can make between you and yourself. So as you exit one event, you reflect, you decide on the next goal, you map out the plan, and then you clear the decks. You just get everything organized. And it's not gonna be perfect, but do your best. You're gonna have to keep on re-clearing, by the way. But if you do things a certain way, one season can absolutely transform your life. On this with a story. I shared this in our Saturday training, but when I finally was able to make enough in my part-time business to make more than my full-time job, it wasn't a 3-year stint. It wasn't a 5-year thing. It wasn't a 10-year thing. It was a 90-day period. I was working full-time. I woke up at 6 a.m. I drove to work. I did my shift. I drove back. I built my business. And in that 90-day season, I didn't do much else outside of work, business, maybe some family time on the weekend, but it was super, super focused. You're absolutely welcome, Rebecca. That was all I did. I ate, I breathed, I slept the dream. I had my plans together, and every day I was just plan, just run the plan, just run the system, run the plan. And 90 days in, and it goes by really fast, doesn't it? Question, who here feels your last 90 days just slip by? It's like, where did it go, right? It goes by so quick. But 90 days later, I had my first time in a week that I made a comma in my business paycheck, part-time. And it was more than my full-time job. And I remember it clicked finally. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't need a job anymore. If I could do this part-time, what if I had more time? Right? So I went back to work the next day. I was different. I didn't need the job anymore. And I definitely didn't want it. Maybe you have a job that you love. I didn't love my job for sure. It was just a means to an end, right? And that day I made a decision, like, no job ever again. 90 days of focus, 90 days of a period can change your life. Since then, it's been 11 years. I have not had a job. So clear the decks. All right, warriors. So if that makes sense to you, I hope this was encouraging. I'll end our series of what to do after a big event tomorrow. But if this encouraged you, like this, share this, subscribe, go back to the previous ones. You can catch up as well too. And if you're not in business and you're interested in some more information, what's going on, May 13th, we are launching the biggest run of the warrior movement history. We're going to be 10xing things. We're going to be scaling things. I help show people how to build businesses from their phones in a fun, simple way. So if you're not in a business or you're looking for another business or you're interested in some information, I am looking in scouting to fill in the right people to run with us as well too. So if you'd like some more information, shoot me a message or fill out, there's a work with me form in the caption as well too. But we are slotting in and we're clearing the decks, right? Who are the runners? Who are we running with? We have some real fired up people right now that we're running with. We have space for a couple more as well too. And at all levels. But come May 13th, 5 days from now, we're just going to be running like crazy. Okay. So if this encouraged you, other than that, come back tomorrow. I'm going to be concluding this. I have one final message in this series that is so key that if you do it, man, it's what other people don't do. The 1%ers do that the others don't do. But other than that, hope this was encouraging once again. And we'll see you on the next ones. All right. Warriors out.